All right, man. Daily vlogs. Now I'm in the process of setting up my own studio within my room. I got lights, got a mic now. My next thing, so I just figured out that my iPhone, I got the iPhone 13, whatever. So with this mic, it's the Comica mic, I'll put it as an overlay. But this Comica mic is super dope, but it's only USB-C. So you know. So now I gotta get another phone or also get another tripod for the iPad. But man, this is super dope. I'm so happy to like be investing in myself in this way, and more so getting into my space of like being able just to talk freely about anything I want to talk about, anything like that. Um, but yeah, man, it's been real dope. Like I said, moving back in with my parents, and this is kind of like just just a way I can be like, dang, I'm finally, getting some of the things that I've been wanting to get done. Like I say, man, lights, microphone, now, in all my equipment that I get is just going to be like just adding to to what I have. My MacBook now, it's just like I'm like, okay, basically moving in with my parents is something I didn't want to do, but like I say, man, being able to have extra capital, I can definitely see how it's going to be beneficial and help and really helping me achieve a lot of my goals. So I'm excited about that. Um, yeah, man, it's just been a big grind. I take a test tomorrow for my SPED exam. It's called the TX ES SPED EC through 12. I'm super confident about it, and this is honestly the most I've been confident about a test. Um, I've I use ChatGPT to study like crazy. This is really a scenario based test, I'll say, but man, like in fact based. So just studying a lot of vocabulary first, and it's one thing that I've been telling people that I feel like I made a big mistake, and sometimes I just jump right into the content and I don't really take the baby steps. I don't just think about like, oh, maybe I need to, go through all the vocabulary first, and then, look at all the definitions first, and then, start maybe writing my own scenarios or memorizing, making sure I got the vocab at least, half of it memorized, content wise, and then, maybe going into like a writing situation where I'm like, I'm writing out what I believe the answers would be to a particular question, things like that. But I've been using Quizlet like crazy with the flashcards. That's been like extremely helpful. I just been getting better with that. It's just been like every day, and I can't wait to really put out some more books on like basically like my study methods, particularly with SPED, because like I said, it's not a lot of material, and I see how you can really make a big bag by just offering testing material. It's not that your testing material has to be the absolute best, but you just offer it. Just like anybody who's we're looking like myself was looking to improve, they got they got any they're looking for any testing material. They'll buy like any material. So like I said, man, I just been extremely happy. I can't even believe that my glow is like this right now. I really, I'm so happy. I got these lights really invested. I also put include them in the overlay of the video. But like I say, man, it's just it's just been a steady grind. And once I pass this test, then I'll be able to basically get my job back, or or apply as a sped teacher in another position. Um, but man, it's been lit, man. Like it's just been a whole grind. I feel like things are moving at a lot faster pace. As far as aesthetics wise, in 2 weeks, I'm gonna get my cheek filler. I might get a little nose filler. You know what I'm saying? Another haircut. I'm gonna start posting all my haircuts and stuff like that. That's gonna be super cool for y'all to see, whatever. Um, but man, it's just been a heck of a grind. I'm also going to be going through all of my study methods in separate videos, and but man, last night we celebrated my alumni group's director's birthday. She was super lit. Just turned 50. We appreciate and love her so much for everything that she's done to us. Really being a great mentor, been a great person to talk to, been a great role model, And so man, it was just such a great time. I'll put in some pics and videos for you guys. But and for the most part, man, I'm learning that when you're in an alumni group, man, you gotta find creative ways to connect with people, and you gotta have done some things yourself. Try to, even if you just tried and failed, like me with the LSAT and anything like that, even with me and these teacher certification tests, like even if you try and fail, you got something to talk about. You got something that, like I say, you're relatable to somebody else, and people want to really hear your story. And that's one thing I'm kind of peeping as I move into more networking. It's just like, okay, let me just lean on what I'm doing and what I've already done, and maybe what I haven't had success at. And that's one thing that I feel like a lot of people wouldn't be ready to talk about. It's like we want to talk about things that we've done that were successful, and another thing is like also sometimes depending on what it is, what you're planning to do is also good to talk about, because it's like it gives that person in the back of their mind, like, okay, maybe they could look out for you, maybe they can't, but let's say boom, let's say you make a post, that you're doing something right, and you told them that you're going to do it a month or two ago. Now they look at you completely different. They look at you like, man, that's a person that follows through on everything he says. That's a person that's like very persistent. That's a person that's not going to give up, and they're also very interested in you, and they're going to be telling other people about you. You know what I mean? So I think as far as like networking in an alumni group, man, that's like number one thing. It's like you don't have to be shy about other people being more accomplished, quote unquote. But mind you, particularly like with alumni group, everybody's at different ages. So you might be talking to somebody and not even realize that they're like 5 years older than you, literally. So of course they would have finished a master's degree before you or anything like that, or it might be on track for a PhD. Of course. So man, that's one thing I really learned from last night, where it's like, man, you might not have accomplished a lot of things, but other people who have accomplished, and maybe they accomplished the same thing that you have already, that you're aspiring to do. Um, and now you can get tips from. They're more interested in talking to you and like providing you tips and resources and things like that. Because essentially, it's like if you're not trying, it's just kind of like it's just like a bunch of fluff. Like if you tell somebody like, man, I took this test 2 times and they already passed it, in their mind, they're like, oh man, you should do this, you should do that, instead of it being like just a regular general dry conversation about things that you're doing. And shout out to people that have those type of conversations. But I think it's more impactful, because prime example, I think it's more impactful to find one person that you like connect with the entire night than to like tell 10 people in general what you're doing. I think it's better to just find that one person that is have done what you already done, or you guys are really connecting, y'all really going back and forth, you know, giving that person might be giving you good feedback or not, and essentially that's how you learn. I think that's how you get a lot out of like going to these alumni group parties, or you going, like I said, going to a birthday party, anything like that, where it's like, man, just find one person that you, and you might just sit and wait on it. It might not be the first person when you walk in there, you walk in the party, it's the first person you see. It's like, nah, man. It's sometimes it might 2 hours might go by, but always, try to stay off your phone a little bit. Try to act like you're having a good time, and if you're having a good time, have a genuine good time, and man, just go for it. And if you are having a good time, I think that's one of the biggest. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's one of the biggest ways to network, is to actually have a good time and to actually be yourself. And if a person sees you being yourself and they don't want to, connect with you on that level, then that's just on them. That's their loss. You know what I'm saying? But essentially, having a genuine good time at a party is a great way to really connect with people, and just, I feel like, go to the next level in the networking aspect of it, because people love people that want to have a good time and that genuinely enjoying themselves. Bro, you could be sweating, finna pass out on the dance floor, and as long as you don't literally pass out, people are gonna always remember you dancing. Like they're gonna always remember you having fun. You know what I mean? But that was just a couple things I picked up from last night. But man, it was a great time. It was all vibes. Um, and man, but yeah, this is like I said, my daily vlog. We gonna be doing this every day. I'm finna like basically reorganize this whole room. So I'll probably be sitting next time. But man, I appreciate y'all. This daily vlog number 4, and we just gonna keep tapping in, man.